Good morning, students. So let's start our next chapter, parallel lines of mathematics part 2. Okay. So in this chapter we have that definition of parallel lines. Also we have some properties that we already studied in our previous 8th standard, and some theorems are there. Okay. So let us discuss about these parallel lines. As you turn on page number 13, where we have some properties or the definition of that parallel line. Okay, so let's see on page number 13. Okay, so here first we have that definition of parallel lines. The lines which are coplanar and do not intersect each other are called parallel lines. So this definition we already studied in our previous standard also. Here we have that two lines, and if that two lines do not intersect each other, as we extended both sides, both directions, they do not intersect each other, and hence these lines are known as parallel lines. Okay. Okay, now here as you observe, here we have that two lines, line L and line M. Okay, and that third line N which intersect these two lines, and therefore that line N which intersect that both lines is known as transversal. And by this transversal, that the line N, here we have four angles at the intersection point of line L, and same that four angles at the intersection point of line N and M. Means by the transversal we getting what? 8 angles at the intersection point of two lines. And here we have pairs of these angles, and we name that pairs as pair of corresponding angles, pair of alternate interior angles, pair of alternate exterior angles, and pair of interior angles on the same side of the transversal. So these are the names of that pair of angles which form by that transversal. As transversal line intersect two lines, 8 angles form at the intersection point of that two lines, and here we have that pairs, that the pair of angles which form by that transversal. Okay, now one by one we discuss about that pair of angles. So that first pair is what? Pair of corresponding angles, and here we have given that one pair as angle D and angle H. So what we notice here, students, that D and H are the angles which are same side of transversal. Means both angles are left side of that transversal and same direction of that lines also. Means here that D is form upward direction of line L, and H is also form upward direction of line M. Okay, and according to that, now we have to name that three pairs of that corresponding angles. So for angle A, so here is angle A. So according to that property, A lies where? That the right side of transversal and upward direction of line L. So similarly we find out that the angle, that the same direction of transversal N and upward direction of M. So here we notice that angle E is like angle A. Means A and E is what? Corresponding pair of angle. Okay, means what? Corresponding angles, pair of corresponding angles are the angles which are on the same side of that transversal and same direction of that lines also. Okay, now for angle C, as here we observe that C is what? Left side of transversal and downward direction of L. So similarly here for same transversal N and for that line M, what we notice here? Yes, angle G is like angle C of the same side of transversal and downside of that line. So means what? C and G is the pair of corresponding angle, and for B, angle B for right side, same way here we getting that angle B and angle what? F are corresponding angles. Okay, understood this? How we find out that the pair of corresponding angles? Same side of transversal and same direction of lines means we getting 4 pairs of what? Corresponding angles by that 2 lines and their transversal. Okay. Now next pair is what? Pair of alternate interior angles. So what is mean by alternate interior angles? Alternate means what? That angles having both side. If that one angle is left side, another angle is right side of that transversal. And interior means what? Interior part of lines. Okay. So by these arrows, here we understood that interior part of that 2 lines. Okay. Alternate means what? If one angle is left side of transversal, another angle is right side of transversal and interior portion of that lines. So here we have that one pair as angle C and angle E. C and E. One angle is left side, that the angle C. Angle E is right side of the transversal and interior portion of that 2 lines. And another pair is what? Angle B and angle H. So these pairs are known as what? Alternate interior angles. So as we notice here that the letter Z form. Okay. Here for angle C and angle E, that letter Z is formed, and here is the mirror image of that Z. So according to that, we can find out that the pair of alternate interior angles. And same way that the another 2 pairs, pair of alternate exterior angles. So exterior means what? Yes, outside that lines, external portion of lines. But an alternate means what? One angle is left, another angle is right side. So as we notice here, angle D, which is left side of transversal and above that line, exterior portion of line. So for M, here is F. Okay, the right side of that transversal and outside that line. So D and F is the pair of alternate exterior angle, and similarly we have here angle A and angle G are what? Alternate exterior angles. Okay, so like this we can write that pair of these alternate interior angles and pair of alternate exterior angles. Okay, now next pair is what? Pair of interior angles or on the same side of the transversal means what? Pair of interior angles we have to write down. And interior angles are what? Both angles are interior portion of lines and same side of the transversal. That here is it is mentioned that. So here C and H at the same side of transversal and interior portion of lines. And similarly here B and angle E are what? Pair of interior angles. Okay, so sometimes we have that example depend on this, that figure is given and you have to write down that the pair of these angles. Okay, for 2 marks that the example asked in exam. Okay students. Next we have some important properties. So let us discuss about these properties. That the first one is what? When two lines intersect, the pairs of opposite angles form are congruent. Yes, this property we already studied in what? Theorem also. Okay. Second is what? The angles in a linear pair are supplementary. And supplementary means what? That the addition of that linear pair angles is 180 degree. That property we very well known. So this is the property that we have to use in solving that theorems depending on these parallel lines and transversal. Okay. Third one is when one pair of corresponding angles is congruent, then all the remaining pairs of corresponding angles are congruent. Yes. So by that two lines and that transversal we getting what? 4 pairs of corresponding angles, and if that one of that pair of corresponding angle is congruent, then we can say all the remaining pairs also congruent. Okay. Similarly we have that fourth and fifth one. When one pair of alternate angles is congruent, then all the remaining pairs of alternate angles also congruent. So here also we have that 4 pairs of alternate angles, that the 2 pairs are alternate interior angles and 2 pairs are alternate exterior angle. Okay. So but one of that pair is of that alternate angles is congruent, we can say that remaining 3 pairs also congruent. Fifth one is what? When one pair of interior angles on one side of the transversal is supplementary, then the other pair of interior angles is also supplementary. Here interior angles, that the one side of transversal are not congruent. Okay, that pair of interior angles we can say that pair is supplementary, means that addition of that two angles is 180, then the remaining other pair of that interior angles, that sum is also 180, means that interior angles is also supplementary. So these are the some properties, and in theorem you have to discuss about these properties as theorem. Okay students. Okay, now here we have to prove that the first property is known as interior angle theorem. The statement is given as if two parallel lines are intersected by a transversal, then the interior angles on either side of the transversal are supplementary. Okay. So given part is what? There are two parallel lines and their transversal, means that transversal intersect that two parallel lines, then there are formed pair of what? Corresponding angles, pair of alternate angles and pair of interior angles. And here we have to prove that property of interior angles, as the interior angles on either side of transversal are supplementary. Okay. So to prove any theorem, the first important part required as what? Figure. Yes, means here we have to draw what? Two parallel lines and their transversal, and we name that the angles of what? Interior angles. Okay students, so pay attention over here. So first here we draw that two parallel lines, that the line L is parallel to line M, and we draw that transversal line N intersect that two parallel lines. Okay, so here we taking that name of that interior angles either side of that transversal. That one pair is what? Angle A and angle P is on one side, and angle C and angle D is on other side. That the interior angles. Okay, so we write down this part as given part. Okay. Okay, understood? That the line L, here we write down that the symbol parallel line M, and that line N is what? Their transversal. Then we write down that the name of that interior angles, angle A and angle B are interior angles form on one side, and that angle C and angle D are interior angles form on other side of transversal. Okay, and then we have to prove that, what do you have to prove? That the interior angles form on the either side of the transversal are supplementary, means sum of that pair of interior angles is what? 180. Like this. Here we write down that to prove part that the sum of that pair of interior angles on either side of transversal means angle A plus angle B equal to what? 180, and that another pair angle C plus angle D is equal to what? 180. But as we learn in that some properties, if that one pair of interior angle either side of the transversal are supplementary, then that remaining pair is also supplementary. Means what? We do not prove that both pairs as supplementary, so we prove only one pair of that interior angle is supplementary, then it is true for that second pair also. Okay, एकच आपण काय करणार, पेअर साठी प्रूव्ह करणार. सेकंड that remaining pair we getting as supplementary. Okay, and that proof of this theorem, interior angle theorem, is solved by that indirect method. Indirect method means what? प्रूव्ह जे करायचं आहे त्याच्या रॉंग स्टेटमेंट घेणार. We have to prove angle A plus angle B equal to 180. We say angle A plus angle B is not equal to 180. Okay, so pay attention over here. Okay, so here we try to prove that the angle A plus angle B is equal to what? 180, but actually we solve it by what? Indirect method. And here let us assume that the angle A plus angle B is not equal to 180. That sum of that two angles is not equal to 180 means we have two possibilities, that the angle A plus angle B is less than of that 180 degree, or angle A plus angle B is greater than that of 180 degree. Getting this? जर ती सम 180 डिग्री नाही म्हणजेच काय असेल, एकतर ती 180 पेक्षा कमी, लेस दॅन दॅट 180 डिग्री, और 180 पेक्षा मोठी, ग्रेटर दॅन दॅट ऑफ 180 डिग्री. ओके, अँड वी प्रूव्ह these two possibilities are false. आणि हे फॉल्स येते म्हणजे काय? अँगल ए प्लस अँगल बी इक्वल टू 180 डिग्री इज करेक्ट. कारण हे फॉल्स कशामुळे येणार? आपण सुरुवात फॉल्स कन्सिडर केली म्हणून. मग आता हे पण फॉल्स आहे म्हणजेच काय झालं, हे अँगल ए प्लस अँगल बी इक्वल टू 180 डिग्री इज करेक्ट वन. ओके, सो as you see on in a textbook, that proof is given as three possibilities are regarding the sum of measure of angle A and angle B. Same two properties are given, and third one also mentioned as angle A plus angle B equal to 180 degree. म्हणजे ॲक्च्युली काय आहे, इनडायरेक्ट प्रूफ ते प्रूव्ह केलेलं आहे. as we taking this possibility and we prove it, this possibility is not possible or it's false. Similarly, we show this one is also false according to that given part. Okay, so let us discuss how we show these two possibilities are not correct. Okay, so here we taking that first possibility, angle A plus angle B less than 180 degree is true. But if it is true, then according to that Euclid postulate that we have in first chapter, that according to that postulate, if the line L and line M are produced, will intersect each other on the side of the transversal where A and B are formed. Okay, ही जर सम 180 डिग्री पेक्षा लेस दॅन असेल, then according to that postulate, as you turn on page number 9, here we have that postulate. If two interior angles form on one side of a transversal of two lines add up to less than two right angles, then the lines produced in that direction intersect each other. Getting this point? म्हणजेच काय, ट्रान्सव्हर्सलच्या एकाच साईडला असलेल्या इंटेरियर अँगल्स दोन इंटेरियर अँगल्सची जर सम केली आणि ती सम लेस दॅन 2 राईट अँगल्स म्हणजे 180 पेक्षा जर लेस दॅन असेल तर त्या लाईन्स त्याच डायरेक्शनमध्ये प्रोड्यूस केल्यावर काय होतात, एकमेकींना इंटरसेक्ट करतात. ओके, मीन्स हिअर if angle A plus angle B is less than 180 degree, then according to this postulate, as we extend these lines in direction of A and B, means right side of that transversal, then in that direction that lines are intersect each other. But according to given part, what is given part? Line L and line M are parallel to each other. Okay, so means दिस वन इज नॉट ट्रू. कारण हे जर ट्रू असेल तर लाईन काय व्हायला पाहिजेत, इंटरसेक्ट व्हायला पाहिजेत. बट वी गेट कॉन्ट्राडिक्शन ऑफ गिवन पार्ट. इन गिवन पार्ट लाईन एल अँड लाईन एम आर पॅरलल टू इच अदर. आता हे तर बदलणार नाही आहे, एल आणि एम पॅरलल दिलेले आहेत, इट्स गिवन पार्ट. म्हणजेच काय, दिस पॉसिबिलिटी इज नॉट पॉसिबल और इट इज नॉट ट्रू. ओके, so here we write down that but line L parallel to line M, which is given part, and hence or therefore that angle A plus angle B less than 180 degree is not possible. So this is not true. Okay, now that second possibility, as we consider it as true, and same way we show that it is also false, means both are incorrect. So if both are incorrect, then that remaining possibility angle A plus angle B equal to 180 degree is true. Okay, so here we taking that second possibility angle A plus angle B greater than 180 degree is true. Okay, the Euclid postulates says if that pair of that interior angle, sum of pair of interior angle is less than that of 180 degree, then that lines as we produce in the direction of that angles are intersect each other. त्याच डायरेक्शनमध्ये जर त्या वाढवल्या तर त्या काय करतात, इंटरसेक्ट करतात. कधी, if pair of interior sum of pair of interior angle is less than 180 degree. Okay, so now here what we do, we have given or we have assumed that it is not given, we have assumed that angle A plus angle B greater than 180 degree, and by this we prove that angle C plus angle D, that sum of these two angles is less than 180 degree. यावरून C आणि D साठी पण काय करणार आपण, ती सम लेस दॅन 180 डिग्री प्रूव्ह करणार. And if it is proved that the sum of C plus D is less than 180 degree, then again according to that postulate, as we produce these lines in the direction of that two interior angles, means in the direction of angle C and angle D, means left side of the transversal, then that lines are intersect each other. जर आपण C plus D less than 180 प्रूव्ह केलं तर as we produce these lines, left side of the transversal intersect each other, हे prove होईल. But again here we have that contradiction to given part because L is parallel to line M. Okay, म्हणजे हे पण incorrect होईल. So how we prove that angle C plus angle D less than 180, that we see here. So here we use that linear pair angles property, that the linear pair angles are what, supplementary angles, and for angle A linear pair angle is what, angle D. Okay, and for B linear pair angle is angle C, like this. Understood this? And that the sum of these two angles is 180 degree and sum of C and B is also 180 degree. We use this property to prove that C plus D less than 180 degree. Okay, so pay attention over here. So here we taking that the linear pair angles, that the sum of linear pair angles as 180, angle A and angle D, the first pair of linear angles, that the sum is 180 degree, and similarly for angle C and angle B, that sum is 180 degree. Okay, and now what we do here, as we have to prove that angle C plus angle D less than 180 degree, means we have required this addition, and for that what we do here, we add that first and second equation. So here on left hand side part we have these 4 angles, that the sum of these 4 angles is equal to what? 180 degree plus 180 degree, and hence that addition of that 180 degree plus 180 degree is 360 degree. And in left hand side what we do here, we just interchange these angles and we taking pair of what? A and B in first bracket and for C and D in second bracket. Okay, and as we taking this whole sum, that first bracket angle A plus angle B on right side, so what we getting here students, angle C plus angle D is equal to what? 360 degree minus that angle A plus angle B, means we have to subtract that sum of A plus B from 360 degree. But what we assume that the angle A plus angle B is greater than 180 degree. ही सम काय आहे? 180 degree पेक्षा greater, मोठी आहे. And as we subtract it from 360, what is the relation between 360 and 180? Yes, 180 degree is half of that 360, आणि ही सम 180 पेक्षा काय आहे? ग्रेटर, मोठी आहे. And what does it mean? As we subtract this sum which is greater than 180 from 360, then remaining sum means angle C plus angle D, it's always less than 180 degree. Getting this point? For example, if suppose angle A plus angle B which is greater than 180, means suppose it is 180 degree, these are some 180 degree, 181 degree असेल. As we subtract it from 360 degree, we getting that subtraction as 179 degree, means which is less than 180 degree. होतो याचा meaning? Angle C plus angle D equal to 360 minus this sum, but this sum is, we consider it is greater than 180 degree, म्हणजेच येणारं सबट्रॅक्शन काय असेल? लेस दॅन 180 degree. Okay, so we can say angle C plus angle D is less than that of 180 degree, and if it is true, then line L and line M are intersect each other on the side of where that angle C and angle D are formed. But again here it contradicts that given part, because line L and line M are parallel to each other is our given part. So angle C plus angle D less than 180 degree is not true. आणि हे कशामुळे मिळालं? याच्यामुळे मिळालं. If it is not true, means angle A plus angle B greater than 180 is not true. Okay, the first possibility being incorrect, it is not true. Second possibility is also incorrect, it is not true, means that remaining is correct, means angle A plus angle B is equal to what? 180 degree. So like this we have this interior angle theorem for 3 or 4 marks asked in exam. Okay, so by indirect method you can solve this theorem. Okay, so from that textbook you can write this theorem in your class workbook. Okay students. Okay, now next theorem is corresponding angle theorem. The corresponding angles formed by a transversal of two parallel lines are of equal measures. We have to prove. Means if we have given two parallel lines and they are transversal, then the corresponding angles formed are congruent or of equal measures. मागच्या previous theorem मध्ये काय? If two parallel lines and they are transversal, then interior angles form on either side of transversal are supplementary. Two parallel lines होत्या, transversal होती, interior angles pair supplementary prove केली. Now here we have to prove two parallel lines and transversal is there, then corresponding angles form are equal measures, and as we know by the transversal and the two lines 4 pairs of corresponding angles are formed. But according to property, if we prove for that one pair of corresponding angle, then that remaining pairs also congruent, okay, or of equal measure. इथे पण काय करणार आपण एकाच पेअरसाठी हे प्रूव्ह करणार. सो फर्स्ट इम्पॉर्टंट पार्ट इज व्हॉट फिगर. सो पे अटेन्शन ओव्हर हियर. So here I draw that figure that two lines, line L and line M, parallel to each other, and line N is what? Their transversal. So I write on that part as given. Okay. Then here I took two angles which are corresponding angles, that the upward direction of that two lines and that right side of that transversal, angle A and angle B, as I have to prove, or we have to prove that angles are equal measures. So to prove part is what? Angle A equal to angle B. Okay. So to prove this, again here what we do, that the theorem is depend on that previous properties, as we very well known, and here again this proof or this theorem is depend on that property of what? Interior angle theorem and linear pair angle. Okay. So what we do here, we taking that interior angle of that angle, and here as we notice that we can take interior angle of what? Angle B only. Okay, because B is in interior portion of that line, A is outside that line, so we can take one angle which is interior to angle B. So here I name that angle as angle C, which is interior to angle B. But that same angle C, which is linear pair with angle A, so we use these two properties, that the linear angle are what? Supplementary, and if lines are parallel, then that interior angles also supplementary. Okay. So here I write down that first statement as angle A plus angle C equal to what? 180 degree, which are the linear angles, linear pair angles, and same way here we have that angle B plus angle C is also equal to 180 degree by that property of interior angles of parallel lines. Okay. So what we observe here, students, from 1 and 2, that the right hand side part is equal, and it means left side that addition is also equal. Okay. So from 1 and 2, angle A plus angle C is equal to what? Angle B plus angle C. But here angle C is common in both sides, means we can eliminate this angle C. Okay, same hai na. So remaining is what? Angle A equal to angle B. Let's prove करायचं ना. We prove it. समजतंय काय केलंय? Just take one angle which is interior angle of that B. Okay, because this theorem, corresponding angle theorem, is depend on that interior angle theorem. So we taking that one angle which is interior to B, we name it as C, but that C is linear pair with A. So here we use that two properties, that the linear pair angles are supplementary, so we taking that sum as 180 degree, and similarly if lines are parallel, that interior angles pair is also supplementary, so B plus C is also 180. So we getting here that right hand side part is equal, so left hand side part, that sum is also equal. Okay, where that common C eliminate from both sides, so remaining is what? Angle A equal to angle B, and angle A and B are what? Corresponding angles, means lines are parallel, then that pair of corresponding angles are congruent or of equal measures. Okay. Similarly, we have alternate angle theorem. The statement is the alternate angles formed by a transversal of two parallel lines are of equal measures. Means if there are two parallel lines and transversal, then that pair of alternate angles also congruent. Okay. So we have four pairs of alternate angle, that two are alternate interior angles and two are alternate exterior angles. And as we prove for one pair, it is true for that remaining pairs also. Okay. So here same way we draw two parallel lines and that one transversal, and we write down that given part line L parallel to line M and line N is their transversal. Okay, now here we took that one pair of alternate interior angles, that the angle A and angle B are what? Alternate angles. And same way we prove this using interior angle theorem. Okay, so what we do here, students, we take one more angle which is interior to B, or you can take to interior to A also. Okay, because these two are now interior portion of the lines. So as here we took one more angle C which is interior to what? Same that B, as we are taking in corresponding angle theorem. Okay, so here we prove it same way as corresponding angle theorem, because that same C is linear pair with angle A, so we can take angle A plus angle C equal to 180 linear pair angles, number it as 1, and B plus C, we can say that sum is also 180 degree because of property of interior angles of parallel lines, number it as 2. So as here we observe that right side part is same, means that left hand side part addition is also same. So angle A plus angle C equal to what? Angle B plus angle C from 1 and 2, so that C is eliminate, and hence we get angle A equal to angle B, and here in this figure that angle A and angle B are what? Alternate angles, and if it is mean if lines are parallel, then that pair of that alternate angles also congruent. Okay, so here we learn about that three properties of parallel lines and their transversal. Okay, if lines are parallel and there is a transversal, then that interior pair of angles are supplementary, pair of corresponding angles are congruent, and pair of alternate angles also congruent. Okay, and now using these theorems we have to solve practice set 2.1, which we will be taking in our next lecture. Okay students, so do write these theorems in your classwork book, and if you have any difficulty then please WhatsApp me on my personal number, so let we discuss that about in our Google Meet lecture. Okay, thank you, bye bye.